How are we getting on today, folks? How are you all keeping? Back with another video from Courtney Brothers. And we're back in the shed again. We're getting ready for paint. You would have seen this in the last video. That's blasted. The other one is blasted. It's a couple other bits here. That's the bonnet and stuff. We used to paint them a few years ago, but we probably will give them a quick freshen up again. It used to be power washed off and all that. But we done the cab a couple of years ago on it, and we painted any yellow bits on it at the time. We had a lot of work to do in the cab. We actually changed the shape of it and everything. I must see, can I get some, we have a few pictures and that, of that. If I do along the way, I'll stick them in as well. But yeah, go down to the workshop here. John and Aidan are working away, painting. First the paint's going on out, well, primer. So you stick in here, or give you a look in here. Places I need to cover up the bench. That's what I'm at here at the moment, covering up stuff, shelving and all that. Just keep overspray off. Kerosene heater going here. John is getting the primer on here now. Yeah, so finally, after a lot of grinding and welding and all that, we are starting to get paint on. The painting is actually the nice work, really and truly. It's the prep work. You do not see the time that goes into the prep work. But yeah, so he's getting some on here. Aidan is cleaning up some stuff here. Just hung a few lines here for all the different bits and pieces. Hang them up. He just clean them down there, and they'll get primed this evening now as well. I covered up the shelving here, and an important all the bits up on top there. If a bit of overspray gets on them, it will not matter. A couple of motors and gearboxes here as well. That one drives one auger, that one drives the other auger. That's the bearing housing and that for the back of the hopper. That's old battery box, which we've made a new one in this place. Doesn't look too bad there, but it is rocking off the spots. Hip stuff that was put off. But that is kind of it, yeah. That's the other door. That's getting primed now as well. Small bit of welding through another door, so we'll prime that again separately. So John is another fill of paint gone, so he's tipping away at that. So yeah, that's kind of it. That's the battery. That's the new battery box, yeah. Other stuff to do here as well. There's other work to do as we go. Filling up seams and stuff. That's seam filler. Paint over that then again when it's done, but we'll show you that as we are going. Some lovely shiny red paint. You can see like there's dents on them sheets and that. They weren't bad enough to replace, by no means. They were replaced years back, but they do get a bit of a hammering with sticks and all that. So we've replaced all the sides and that, and top here and that, but like, I suppose like it's not going to be a 10 out of 10 finished job. Like, that's pitted, but it's madness going cutting that off and replace it because it's not rotten. Put these strengtheners on here and that, but like, I suppose the critics could say, oh, that's a mess of a job and all that, but no right finish on it. But I know it's red, but it's not a Ferrari we're painting. It's a turf hopper. I'm very happy once the metal is cleaned down properly, prepped right, and the paint goes on, it's going to stay on. Like this perfect smooth finish doesn't bother me. It's not a fucking car, that's all. Like this is a new panel here. Like, you see there's a lovely finish on that. That's a new piece of steel. So very good. That's all 2-pack paint, I'm pretty sure. John, they've done all that now. But plenty of paint gone on. The weather was good for doing it and all that, so it's great. Other doors in here. You're going to see clips. John had the cameras for some of this as well. That door actually there's less battered than that. The dents on the side. So that one actually has a nicer finish on it. But John's going to have the camera for a good while through this video as well. So there'll be clips of him in paint and that. So it'll be kind of like a rewind. So That's it. We need to start assembling here badly. But at the same time, 2 days to do a lot of that because John is heading back to America at the end of this week. So we're down to, after a couple of days, we'll be down without him. Yeah, see what I mean here now? That's the new panel. See the nice finish on it. New steel. But I'm very happy with that job anyways. Some of you may not be, but I am delighted with it. So back in the shed here. That end of the shed looks good. Like you've all painted up ready for off nearly. Bang! No, we're not. Pulled the tracks off it there the other day. It looks like a mess and a big job pulling the tracks off. I had them off myself in probably an hour and a quarter. Crack here, gouge that out. That crack, it looks very wide there, but it's just gouged out. Fill that with weld. Get a plate in it. Another slight one on the top here. That's kind of what you call now a major crack, because that is your part of your main frame. Crack straight up and in, and the far side. That is a major crack. You would not get far this year, I'd be guessing. Now look, the crack could be there starting with years and you'd not see it, but it was pretty obvious when we were finishing up last season. We're cleaning down here. Rollers, don't think I'm going to change them this year. They're actually not bad. That's be probably a job for next year, I'd say. If you had loads of time, would you just put them in it while you're doing it? Possibly, but I'm trying to concentrate on getting the frame cleaned down, get the cracks welded up. I'm going to put a rust converter on that now, just where it's rotten, where the old dirt, where the bog is sitting. But like you can see here, that's all good. Like that just needs clean down, paint. But yeah, back to what I'm saying. Priority is, while we're here, cracks welded up, plate up any bit we need. There's a couple little minor cracks here and there, like this cracking here. That's probably there with years, but we'll gouge that out, fill it up with weld, possibly put a plate in it, we'll see. A couple of little bits like that along. But the only way you'll see them is when you go at it with a wire brush and go blowing it down and getting all the little bit of dirt, all the dirt out. Even the power wash, that you're not going to see them. But yeah, so rollers more than likely going to be left for next year. If we've loads of time, the weather breaks, I might consider putting them in. Don't know, we could be cutting turf in 10 days time and it could be a month's time. Don't know. It was the 22nd of April we went last year. What's that? Over a month away yet. Today is the 19th. But going to get this painted here as well. But priority, get the frame cleaned down properly, all the rust out, and get the primer on it and get some paint on it. Chains and idlers and sprockets, they're all 3 seasons done, I think, maybe 4. I think, yeah, we done one side. One side is 4 seasons done, one is 3 seasons done. They're oil chains as well. You can see the crocodile link, like what's on a dozer. So they're well able for hardware. That's it. Anyways, we need to do a bit of work here in the battery box. The actual battery box itself is fine. Side plate here, side plate there. We have a new lid made for here, a new cover for the front. So we're actually going pretty good with it. Could do it about 10 days in the shed here. I'm busy at Slurry at the moment, trying to get that tidied up while the weather's good. So I'm just not getting time myself in here. But we will eventually. I'm sure we're going to have a wet week before we start. What else? We're at Slurry today. 516 is actually going to McHales tomorrow because there is a growl in the brakes in it. Slight growl, well, slight some days and it's more other days. But I did mention it to them when I was down for service the last time. So there's a couple lads over from Fendt and we need to put a load of topsoil in the dump trailer. It's going down tomorrow and they're going to put it through this brake test. We need to get a weight as well, actually get a weight docket. They're putting it through this figures, brake test. I don't actually know what they're doing. I'm going to leave the tractor to them, and I'll be putting the tanker on the 820 for tomorrow. So what do we need to do? We need to get this digger off, get a load of topsoil on it from over there, nice topsoil over there, and yeah, get motoring.
So now, a bit of an update for you there. Patrick just told me to try and take a little bit of footage and keep you up to date on this paint job. So I'll just show you a little bit around. That's one of the doors off the bin. It's just primed. I was going around there with seam sealer anywhere the water can get in. So that's primed up. The main frame of the bin itself is all primed. Very happy with how it's turning out. I was recommended to use white primer, and we did. Very easy to see what you've hit and what you haven't. And again, the same when we go to the red paint here now, we'll know. Very easy to see what you've well covered and what you haven't versus using a grey primer. It's a bright white primer. I think everything is turning out very well. Very happy with it now. If the red goes as good, be very pleased. You can see there, like just using that seam sealer anywhere that the water can get in. And on the other side then, on the underside, because the water can't get into those crevices, we'll leave that open so that it can dry out and breathe. Same up around the top, you can see the same idea. Open on the bottom, closed on the top side, anywhere the rain can get in, just to try and preserve it and stop rust in the future and stuff like that. We have one more door to get in and get primed, one more piece off the back of the hopper, and then that's every part of the bin painted. Gonna go for red here now for the rest of the afternoon. All these smaller pieces. We have a fairly well sized paint gun for the job, so it's only take you a couple hours to run around all that. It's not actually taking a huge amount of time, and mixing the paint up fairly well helps as well to get it on. Another important thing is wet the floor, keep the dust down, kind of control the environment. I'll start painting this now from the top down. Just saves overspray and stuff like that. Just kind of keep control of your environment. We have a heater there, big kerosene heater. Try and keep it in around 20 degrees in the shed or more. No moisture in the air these days as well, which is a huge help. What else? Yeah, very happy with the paint. I'll leave it to Patrick to give a bit of a mention to for the crowd that supplied the paint. Very impressed, because I've used quite a bit over the last few years there, and superb stuff. Like one good coat of primer there and you're laughing. We'll go straight for the red now, probably 2 coats of red. Some of it is single part paint, some of it is 2-part paint. We're using cheaper stuff where we don't look at it for too long, and where we're not looking for a really nice finish on the paint. So yeah, that's it. We'll get back to horsing on a bit of red here. Right, we're in the process here of getting this thing finished up. I just finished the red. A lot of red. A lot of crawling around this shed floor. We have plastic down there on the floor. Yeah, not sorry to be finished this evening now. But I don't know if you can see right or not. It's hard to kind of see in the camera. For a farm workshop, it's an exceptional finish now on the paint. We use single part paint for the most of it. And then there's the areas that you'd be looking at all the time, or even where there'd be oil and grease running down, and that there is a 2-part paint used. It's a way better quality paint. Stand up to power washing and oil and grease a lot better. Like a lot of the underneath of it and the inside of the bin and along those rails, and this side door for the most part is single part paint. But anywhere I knew it'd get a bit of abuse and power washing and oil and grease, I used a 2-part. It's the first time for me using paint in Ireland in a while, and I am well impressed with that stuff. Very well impressed. Very happy how it turned out. Probably too good of a finish for a turf machine, some might say. But here's what I'll have to apply the same principles no matter what you're doing. Try to do it right, I suppose. All these were very well cleaned down as well. Be nice to have her freshened up now, because it makes it a lot easier to keep it clean, spot oil leaks and stuff like that as well while they're working it. So we've one more door to do tomorrow. A few small odds and ends over there in a pallet, and there's a bit of a skid that goes on the back of it there. That's to be painted, and that is everything in and around or about this bin for the bog miser completely cleaned down, primed, painted. Be ready to put back together. So yeah, that's the latest in Courtney's contracting workshop.
Comfortably. I just see them chain over all their muscles at the minute. I think they're
Now, it is a while later, as you can see, because it's dark. So yeah, I'm putting a load of topsoil on the dump trailer because for the brake test, I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, they need the trailer loaded, or whatever's on behind it needs to be loaded. So we put a load of nice topsoil here, put a load of this in it, and that should do it. I have to weigh it in Tume in the morning then, and on my way down, and give them the weight docket. I didn't think they need to be that technical about it, but anyways, it seems they do. That's kind of the story. That's the update on the hopper anyways. Oh yeah, we actually have made a purchase in the last couple of days, and it might be in the next video. Might be the next video, but yeah, I made a purchase. I'm not going to give away too much. The only thing I will, what did I tell you? Oh yeah, it's wide. After that, you can leave a few guesses in the comments. But yeah, it's wide, and it's orange. After that, now I'll leave it to you. But yeah, so I've pulled the finger out this weekend now. As I said, John has gone back. Aidan is going to be off for a couple of weeks. Just need to tear into the hopper. A couple of slurry jobs left on the cards, and we'll get this hopper back together and get it ready for turf. If I got a good week, 10 days in the shed, I'd have a lot done. Like that, I could have it back in 3 or 4 days if I had to. But I want to do it while I'm this far along now. I want to do it as best I can. But yeah, that's the story. Oh yeah, also got a new headboard for the dump trailer. That is actually in McHales now as well. There's a stone guard headboard up that goes in the front of them. I don't know why it doesn't be on them from standard, like, because I always thought the older in-seat dump trailers had that from standard. But this one was in stock when we bought it. So I just said briefly, oh, get one of those when ordering one of those headboards and I'll pick it up again, but that was going on a long time now. So when I got the agitator in McHales, I just mentioned it and they have it ordering. It's handy, it's just a bolt-on job, a couple of holes to drill on the side and the front. But I'll show you that in a video when we're sticking it on. So it really does, you do notice it when you're missing, when you're used to looking at them. But it will be on it shortly. So it will, but these long evenings are a super job. So they are. But that's it. Load on, good enough. Not sure how well you can see me here, but that's kind of it for today's video. Me blathering on about different things and whatever John got up to, I have no idea, but I know it's painting and that, but his clips will be thrown in. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and will our next video be our new purchase? Who knows, we'll soon see. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.